Hey guys, welcome to Programming Knowledge. In this video, we'll be looking at different methods to call functions in C++. So now the question is, why do we need different methods to call functions? Why calling functions simply like this won't work always? So to answer that question, let us take another problem. So let's say this time we need to write a function to swap the values of two numbers. So what I mean is, if I now print A and then B like this, what I will be getting as my output is 2 comma 8, right? Because the value of A is 2 and value of B is 8. Now what I want to do is I want to call a function. So let's call that function something, let's say swap nums. So I want to call this swap nums function by passing in A and B, and then here if I then print this particular A and B's value, what I should be getting is I should be getting 8 comma 2. That is, A is holding the value of B now, and then B should be holding the value of A now. So let us first try to solve this without a function. So to do that, first of all we need a temporary variable, because once we overwrite a value, it's gone, right? So I want to preserve both the values so that I can reassign them. So let's say int temp will hold the value of A, and then I'm going to reassign the value of A to B, and then now since I need the value of A, it is already stored in temp, the previous value of A, so that I can just put it inside the B, right? So now if I now execute this particular code, I will be getting my desired output. So now A has become 8 and then B has become 2. Now what if I want to define this as a function? So since we are not returning anything, it's going to be void, right? And then those two parameters remain the same. The name of the function is swap nums, so swap underscore nums, and then this is the logic which goes inside that. So control X and then return goes away, and then here we have that particular logic. So now if I now call this particular function and then try to execute this particular code, you will be surprised that nothing happened over here. It still is 2 comma 8. A's value did not change, neither did B's. So now why did that happen? That is because this A and B are not the same ones as this A and B. These two are different variables actually. Even though the name of the variable is same, but this particular variable which I have defined over here, all the set of variables, these belongs to this particular function, that is the swap nums function, and these two variables belong to this main function. So I cannot use this particular variable here or this particular variable here. So if I try to print the values inside this, that is if I print out A and B inside this particular function, it will be swapped over here. That is, these two A and B are actually swapped, not these A and B. So to differentiate that, let me just put a function over here so that we can differentiate the output of our function from the main, and then I will even add an end line over here. Now if I execute this code, so here you can see that inside the function A and B got swapped correctly. That A got the value of 8 and then B got the value of 2. But outside the function, in the main function, it did not happen. So how do we solve that particular problem? Well, to change these numbers directly, or one way is that we can declare these as global variables, that is outside all the function, so that this will be always present in the memory. But that is, as I told in the previous video, it is completely waste of memory. So another way to do that is we can directly change this particular variable by referencing it, that is by going into the address of that variable. Every variable has an address in the memory, right? We are just creating a location inside the memory and then renaming it to A and B over here. So if we can access the address of this A and B, we can go to that particular address and then change that particular value. So in that way, we won't be actually copying down these values inside new values over here and then working on those new values. That is what is happening over here, right? Once we pass in two numbers, what is happening is these two variables are dynamically created in the memory, and then these values are getting copied inside these values, and whatever happens inside the functions happens on these particular local variables. So variables which are actually called from the main function are not going to be affected by this function. For whatever you do inside this function, that remains local to those two variables only, or those set of variables. So to actually access the address of a location, we need to understand a particular operator called the address operator, or the reference operator, or the ampersand operator. They are called in different ways. So what it is you just need to put an ampersand over here to access a address of a particular variable. So now if I just execute it, what you will be seeing is the address of that particular variable. So here you can see 0xcd, whatever it is, that is the hexadecimal address of this particular variable, that is A. Now B will have another address. So if I now put B over here, let me just close this, and then if I now execute it, so here you will be seeing 0x6d, whatever it is another address, right? Both are at different locations. So now what we are going to do is, instead of passing the values inside this, we are going to pass the address over here, so that it knows that it needs to work on those addresses only. So here, instead of declaring variables like int a and then int b, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to specify that we are going to get the address of a and b, or any variable. You can put x and y over here, it doesn't matter. What it specifically means is that you are going to get a variable's address, and you need to work on that particular address only. You don't have to create a new variable. That's what this particular and means. You can put any name over here, it doesn't matter. So now what happens is, if I now call the function, and then here if I just put this particular line over here, so let me just replace this line, and then let's say main, right? Now if I now execute this particular code, you will be seeing that in the function it got swapped, and now in the main function also it got swapped. Now a is holding the value of 8 and then b is holding the value of 2. So this is why we need different methods to call functions, and basically there are only two methods to call functions. One which we do always, that is simply passing the values, and then the other one is by passing the address. So those are the two methods to call functions, and they are actually named in that way only. So one is call by value, in which you just call using the normal method, that is you just pass in the values over here, and then the values get copied, and then you get all the output which you required. So this particular method is used only when you don't really care about changing the values in the main method, or whatever it is, the main particular value which you are going to pass inside the function. If you don't want to change that particular value but only want to do some computation with that value, such functions are better to use, that is call by value functions. And when you want to change the value, what you do is call by reference. So reference means address, and the way you call by reference is in this way. So you need to pass the ampersand symbol to specify that you're going to work with the address of that particular variable and not with the value of that variable. So it knows that it doesn't have to create another variable and then copy that function, but what it will do is it will directly go to that address and then carry out all the operations which you specified, right? So now instead of putting b and b over here, I can even put b. You can use combinations. It totally depends upon the work of that particular function. So since I had to change both the variables, that is why I had to put and in both the variables. If I want to change only a and not b, now if you execute this function, you will be seeing that a has changed to 8 and then b remains 8 inside the main function. That is because I did not pass in b as an address, but I passed in b as a value. So that is how calling functions in different methods work, and those two methods are call by value and call by reference. So in the next video, we will be looking at recursion. Till then, happy coding.